Now in this video, I want to show you how to structure specifically the Info 2 tier and the Info 3 tier features. If you missed my video on Info 1 tiers, I highly encourage you to go check it out. That actually goes over some of the details regarding how to create the text and the content and the photos and the links and how to really get a handle on that what you see is what you get editor. Now, let's start with Info 2 tier, for example. I actually already have one in this app. I've titled it Coach Profiles. And the Info 2 tier, again, one of the most popular features because you can create just about anything you might want. Think of ways that this can build value for your customer. Maybe you are building something for a financial planner and you want to show your portfolio of services, or maybe you're building an app for just the most amazing nonprofit and you want testimonials from real clients. This is your option to really show that off and do a little bit of marketing for yourself to show, yeah, my business is amazing and this is what we can do for you. Now, in this case, we've got some amazing stock images of our, coaches at my performance gym here. It's pretty straightforward. You would just add an individual item, and each item name would correspond to a coach. Section title is that you can actually group these into different areas. So I might say, gym owner, and then I'm of course going to be the owner, and I could put all the amazing things about myself here. And then maybe I'll add another few items. These might be coaches, and I'm going to put my colleagues, Karina and Nick, as coaches. So here's Nick. Oops. Nick M. There we go. Okay. Now, once I've got these added, you'll see there's a few things going on here. These original coaches didn't have any additional distinctions, but these ones do have this added layer. So what you'll see, you can check this out when I go to my app preview. Anything that's uncategorized will actually go at the top, or you can add these additional layers by saying, look, gym owner, very first section, that's me. Maybe you even have two owners and you want them both to be present, and then the coaches can all come below that. Of course, these can all be, rearranged, but what will happen is they will stick with the particular category that you've typed in this section. So that can kind of trip people up sometimes. Just make sure that if you're adding these category sections, that you are, paying attention to how those are set up, because they will display in that same manner here. Now, again, just to make it really abundantly clear, the difference between an Info 1 tier is that the moment that you click on the feature, it shows you the actual content of that what you see is what you get editor. Whereas with the Info 2 tiers, you get the list first, and then you would click again a second time to get into it. So here's, for example, again, Info 1 tier, or if we want to go back, then the Info 2 tier, as you saw already, it's going to have all of these coach profiles listed first, and then you can click into the sort of meat of the content, if you will, once you click a second time. Again, Info 3 tier, it's essentially the same idea, but it just brings another layer to it. So rather than clicking twice, you would click 3 times. I can show you once really quickly here. Again, don't let the category names and section titles to categorize the information trip you up. So I'd say if you're new to this and getting started, maybe even just leave this blank. I'm going to call this gym owners. Once this is highlighted, I can add an item. I'm going to say Kathleen. And if I push this little drop-down menu, you'll see my first item. I'm also going to add, maybe Karina just got a promotion. I'll add her here and save. And then again, of course, you can always come in here and add more content in the description area. Then if I want to go to coaches, I'm going to do coaches here, add. Same thing, you have to click this little drop down. Make sure that this is blue and selected when I add an item. And then Nick, unfortunately, didn't make the cut. He wasn't promoted to being one of the gym owners. So again, what this does is it's really just going to further give you another layer. I already clicked once to get into the info 3-tier feature. I click again to get to the gym owners. And then I'm going to click a third time to get actually into the content that I choose to put for my name. Works in the exact same way too if I want to categorize this information a little bit differently, so it's not just, you know, a big block of content here. You can add section titles and categorize maybe, you know, gym owners are at the top, and then maybe the second area might be coaches and other staff or something like that, and kind of just figure out ways to parse that out.